It's been a day and over 6 hours now. Rescue operations are still underway in Bagalkot, but it looks like hopes of Timmana's survival is slowly fading away. The camera captures a little boy completely covered in mud. His hand has been spotted, but there is no movement caught on cam. The boy is stuck at 160 feet down and the digging has reached 80 feet now. Well, it's been a day and over 6 hours now, and rescue operations are still underway in Bagalkot, but it looks like hopes of Timmana's survival is fading. A camera has captured the little boy completely covered in mud. His hand has been spotted, but there is no movement caught on cam. The boy is stuck at 160 feet down, and the digging has reached 80 feet now. Well, let's listen to what my colleague Harish had to say from the site.
The operation to rescue the 6-year-old boy continues, and the local administration has made all the arrangements required to continue this rescue operation through the night, around the clock. Floodlights have been arranged and necessary equipments have been called in, apart from extra manpower to continue this rescue operation. From the morning, that particular robot brought in from Mandya by Manjegowda is at work, but without any success, and with few minor modifications they are once again trying to use that robot to try and somehow pull up this boy. In the meanwhile, the excavation work continues in the background over there. 4 to 5 JCBs have been deployed for this work, and what you see over here is JCBs which are deployed to try and build a ramp. And what we understand is that the officials from the Hatti gold mine as well as the officials from NDRF believe that in order to reach this boy who's lodged at a depth of around 160 feet, they will have to first build a ramp of around a width of 500 meters, and they believe this will take a good 4 to 5 days. Only after that will they be able to dig a horizontal tunnel and reach this boy. In the meanwhile, around 15 tippers have been deployed to ensure that the soil that is excavated does not fall back into this ditch and it's taken away from this place. In the meanwhile, the NDRF personnel, the people from fire and emergency service and other rescue officials are hard at the job to try and ensure that they can pull out this boy as soon as possible. Remember, it's been more than a day, and with rescue officials themselves estimating that in case they go ahead with the excavation work, it will take around 5 days. So they're hoping that somehow that this robot will work and they can pull up this boy. And the administration has said that they've made all the arrangements and they've made sure there's no lack of resources in terms of rescuing this boy. With camera person Jabbar, Harish Upadhyaya, News 9, Bagalkot.
Well, this is what a camera has located, visuals of Timmana's hand being seen, but it seems like the whole body is covered with mud. Well, these are visuals of Timmana's hand which were faintly seen by a camera which was let down into the pit. This is what the camera has captured. Timmana's hand is only visible covered by plenty of mud, and that's the location of Timmana's hand. But his body is not being seen. Well, insects have also been seen, whereas Timmana's body is not seen, covered by mud. Only his hand is visible in this shot captured on camera. It's been more than 24 hours since Timmana fell into the borewell. Rescue operations are in full swing, but Timmana is yet to be retrieved. We give you a lowdown of the rescue operations till now. 8 a.m. Manjay Gowda arrives. This morning, Manjay Gowda, a farmer from Mandya, who has ingeniously devised a tool to retrieve such trapped children, arrives. 9:30 a.m. Manjay Gowda's device gets stuck. Though Manjay Gowda arrives and begins his work, his device gets stuck. However, after minor arrangements, it is lowered further. 10 a.m. Rescue operation by NDRF in full swing.
The NDRF is playing a crucial role in this entire rescue operation. In fact, the team from Bangalore has come in. This is part of the Pune team, which is based out of Bangalore, which has reached here. This is led by Assistant Commandant Mr. Jitesh. Well, Mr. Jitesh, when did you get to know about this incident, and when did you leave Bangalore, and what is your plan of action now?
Nowadays we are going to make, actually we located that victim, and it is 150 feet depth on the bore. And while we come here, we started digging. Simultaneously we started locating, and now we are going to success on. We made a note on his both of his hands, and we are going to monitor what is the status of victim.
So now, how do you plan to go out with this rescue operation? Because the depth is a very, very crucial factor. You are saying it's around 150 feet, and this is the real big challenge for you.
Here we have benefit that we made a note on the hands of victim, and simultaneously we are doing digging also. And here the soil is not so much tough, so that we can do, if we continuously do during day and night, so we can complete it in and within 2 days we can complete digging, I think. And we are using that robot hands also now. While we monitor, if it is possible, we will go for that.
Also, one more major concern is that the boy has not reacted in the past few hours. Any sign of hand movement or any body movement that has been noticed, because we've already lowered down a camera as well.
Yeah, on the last 2 hours we have not noticed such any moments during monitoring, but still we have hopes that have some chances of living conditions.
11:30 a.m. Camera gets stuck. A rope is lowered with a camera attached to it. This is done to get pictures of the boy, but lowering it faces a lot of obstacles, courtesy the rock they encounter while lowering. This happens at a depth of 148 feet down under. Moreover, it is also discovered that falling debris is creating a nuisance as it is covering the trapped Timmanna. 3 p.m. Bhaskar Rao, IGP Northern Range, reacts.
ಈಗ ಹಲವಾರು ಏಜೆನ್ಸಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು NDRF ಟೀಮ್ ಏನು ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರಿಂದ ಬಂದಿರೋದು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಾಂಗ್ಲಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ರಾಜ್ಯದಿಂದ ಬಂದಂಥ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳ ಕೈ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಡಿಸಾಸ್ಟರ್ ರಿಲೀಫ್ ಟೀಮ್ದು, ಮತ್ತು ಮಂಡ್ಯದಿಂದ ಬಂದಂಥ ಅವರು ಮುಚ್ಚೇಗೌಡರು, ಮತ್ತು ಪುಣೆಯಿಂದ ಬಂದಂಥ NDRF ಟೀಮ್. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿ ಏನು 15 158ನೇ ಅಡಿ ಹತ್ರ ಮಗು ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಿರೋ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಫೀಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಮತ್ತು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ವಿಡಿಯೋಯಿಂದಲೂ ಮಾನಿಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಏನಂದರೆ ಮಗು ತನಕ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ 2 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು ಹುಕ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಇದು ಫುಲಿ ಲೋವರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮಗುಗೆ ಮೇಲ್ ಪುಲ್ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲದೇ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕವೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಸುಮಾರು 4 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ತನಕ, ಅದು 160 ಅಡಿಗಿದ್ರೆ. ಸೊ ಎರಡೂ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೂಡ ಚಿಂತನೆ ನಡೆದಿದೆ. ಇದಂತೂ ಈಗ ಸದ್ಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಕಾರ್ಯ.
A super specialty ambulance has been put on standby. Oxygen supply is being supplied continuously so that it facilitates the boy's breathing. Harish Upadhyay, Bagalkot, News9. Little did Timmanna realize that a jolly ride to the sugarcane fields would turn out to be his ultimate journey. In this special report, We recreate the sequence that ultimately led him down into the pit.
It was a Sunday afternoon. 6-year-old Timmanna was playing. As he was playing, his cousin Anand arrived, and as Timmanna saw him, he began pestering him to take him to the sugarcane fields. Though Anand and other relatives tried their best to dissuade him, he stuck to his ground. In fact, even a packet of kurkure was purchased to placate him, but it was of no use. Ultimately, his cousin yielded to his demands and took him to the field. There, Timmanna ran around jovially and tried to show the borewell to his cousin. During this time, Timmanna failed to recognize that the ground beneath the gunny bag was hollow. He stepped on it and immediately fell into it. His cousin Anand even held his hand and tried to rescue him, but it did not yield any positive result. Timmanna just slid further into the borewell. Well, it is indeed sad that the disused or open borewells are not closed. Only if the parents had taken the right step, this tragedy would not have occurred. But we are only talking in hindsight. A News9 report.
Rescue operations are on in full swing to save little Timmanna. Meanwhile, Timmanna's parents and relatives are going through a horrid time. All they want is a safe return of the 6-year-old. Take a look.
The devastated father says he wants his son back.
ನನಗೇನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ನನ್ನ ತ್ರಾಸ ನನಗೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ. ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು, ನಾ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಾ ನನ್ನ ಆಸ್ತಿನೂ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ, ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ಬೇಕು.
The little boy's grandmother is heartbroken. She is desperately praying for Timmanna's safe return.
ಬುತ್ತಿ ಕಡೆ ಸಾಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದ, ಅವಾಗನ ಭಾಳ ತುರುಕಿದ್ದ. ಏನು ಮಾಡಲಿ, ನನ್ನ ಮೊಮ್ಮಗನ ಒಂದು ಹೇಳಿ ಎರಡು ಹೇಳಿ ಅಯ್ಯಪ್ಪ, ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದದ್ದು ನನಗೆ ಹೇಳಕ್ ನನಗೆ ಇದಾಗೈತಿ ಅಪ್ಪ.
The relatives of the little boy recall the incident and are hoping that he emerges safe.
ಹೊಲಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಮ್ಮ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರ ಅಮ್ಮ ಹೇಳ್ಯಾನಂತ್ರಿ. ನಾನು ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಅನ್ನ ಅನ್ನತ್ತ. ಬ್ಯಾಡಪ್ಪ, ನಿನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಅಂಗಡ್ಯಾಗ ಏನ್ರ ಕೊಡಿಸಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಬಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕುರ್ಕುರ್ ಚೀಟ್ ಕೊಡಿಸಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ಯಾನಂತ್ರಿ. ಬಿದ್ದೊಳಕತ್ನಂತ. ಬಿದ್ದೊಳತಾನ ಹಂಗಾರ ಹೊಳ್ಳಿ ಹೋಗೋ ಮುಂದೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ರತ್ತಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 5 ಬೋರ್ ಹಾಕ್ಸಿವ್ರಿ. ಅವಷ್ಟು ಬೋರ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ಕೋ